Hello everyone, this is Niveda, and before I begin my talk, I wanted to ask you something. You see this here? Any guesses on what this is? Plywood? Okay. MDF? Okay. Now can you guess what this is? Can you see it? Now, anybody? Particle board? Okay. I'll come to what this is after telling you my story. You see, where I come from, our cities are surrounded with mountains of waste, which is larger than the largest of mountains that you would have possibly seen. It looks like this. Of course, it stinks and it looks bad, but the most horrible part is that kids are born with respiratory cancer near these landfills. Yes, I have seen a landfill, imagine a mountain of waste burning in front of my eyes. It has choked residents. It's causing all kinds of illnesses. We are not talking about a small problem that can be solved 1 decade later. It is already taking lives. And it's not a small number. We are talking about 2 billion tons of waste being dumped every year. Just to give you a comparison, it's equal to 4,000 Burj Khalifas. That's how much waste we are dumping every year. Now, big problem, huge problem, killing lives. There should be a solution, no? To find the solution, you should know the root cause. What is the root cause? Even a 5-year-old will tell that it is plastics, right? Plastics all over us. But you see, plastic in itself is not a problem. There are many synthetic materials, right? Plastic is a problem when it looks like this. Can you see it? Can you see plastic? There is plastic and food and diaper and sanitary napkin and dead rat and glass, everything sticking onto it. Now this is not something anybody in the world can recycle, can make value out of. That is why it ends up on the streets in front of my house, it goes to the dump site, it gets burnt, right? Because if plastics can be recycled or put into value and goes back into the economy, there is no issue. Only when it is on the street, it leaks and goes into the oceans. And this is over 95% of all the plastics is trapped in waste like this on the streets of developing countries. So we had an idea. What if we build a bot that can recover plastics from this waste? Of course, a bot, not manually. It is not practical and it is not human for somebody to be touching this. So that was the idea. So we started to build a bot to solve this impossible challenge. This was my first bot. It was this big, right? And it could take 50 kgs an hour, 50 kgs an hour. Big deal, right? 50 kgs of waste went in, but only 5 kgs came out. 45 kgs got clogged, completely clogged. Why? Because waste is so difficult. Look at your own waste. You know, there is food, there is diaper, there is sanitary napkin, everything. So how can a system handle everything? So far the systems were handling only one thing. This has to handle everything. Big challenge. But of course, we had taken it up, so we had to persevere and keep going, right? Yes, so we kept going, we kept working, and we came up with a bigger plant. Now this could take 200 kgs an hour. And yes, we did resolve the problem of clogging. And yes, we could decently recover plastics from that waste. Or that's what we thought. We could recover plastics on day 1. Day 2, it was back to zero. Waste was going in, waste was coming in as it is. Then we realized the biggest issue. Waste is so dynamic. Look at your own dustbin. Every day it changes. Today you have a lot of plastics. Tomorrow you have a lot of food waste. It's wet today. Tomorrow it is dry. So how do you create a system that can take everything and give out a consistent output? It's like taking all the unknown variables and giving out known variables. It's almost like a black box. It's impossible. And that's what people said. But again, somebody has to solve the problem. So we kept going because we believed in ourselves. We kept going. Of course, during this journey, it took days, months, years. During this journey, I was blessed with a great co-founder, a small, passionate